You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.
This would be the perfect duo in Chicago. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Bears fans, we are only one day away from round one of the 2024 NFL draft. Obviously, draftees have made their way to Detroit, so things are in full motion, and I am so excited. Once again, before I go any further with today's episode of Keek on the Mic, I will be going live right here on Keek on the Mic for round one of the 2024 NFL draft. So come catch my live reaction to the Chicago Bears officially making Caleb Williams the number one overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft. I hope to see you all here. So Bears fans, I have a couple of things I wanted to discuss on today's episode of Keek on the Mic. First and foremost, we do have some breaking news out of Chicago. According to Adam Schefter, the Bears have extended assistant general manager Ian Cunningham to a contract extension, keeping him in Chicago for at least another year. We all know that Ian Cunningham is a future general manager in the National Football League, but it's good to keep a guy like that around. Obviously, if you guys watched the press conference yesterday with Ian Cunningham and Ryan Poles, he absolutely praised Ian Cunningham for the work that he has done for the Chicago Bears. He has been very huge for rebuilding or helping Ryan Poles rebuild the Chicago Bears. We all know that if Ian Cunningham does leave in the future, I believe the Chicago Bears will get 2 third-round draft picks for future drafts. So that will definitely be nice, but it's always a good thing to keep some key guys within the front office, within your organization. Ian Cunningham is 1 in a million. Once again, he has been a huge part in rebuilding the Chicago Bears organization, and I'm glad that he's going to get to hopefully see this thing through and watch the Chicago Bears compete at a high level for years to come. So congratulations to Ian Cunningham. But I also want to talk to you guys a little bit about this picture right here. I'm going to put it up right now. Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze were on the same exact flight to Detroit heading to the 2024 NFL draft. And we all know that these guys have been connected to the Chicago Bears for a long time. Leading up to the 2024 NFL draft, we all know that Caleb Williams is going to go number one overall. And most Bears fans and analysts are thinking that we have a really strong chance to get Rome Odunze with the number 9 overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft. But I do want to share some pretty cool information. And I guess leading up to the 2024 NFL draft, Caleb Williams has been training with some of the top receivers in Chicago, including DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. Tom Pelissero actually tweeted this on X the other day. He had this to say: Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze didn't just take the same flight to Detroit for the draft. I'm told Odunze recently caught balls from Williams, who also was throwing with Bears wide receivers Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. Chicago owns the number 1 and 9 picks and hosted Odunze on a visit. Bears fans, first and foremost, I am absolutely stoked that Caleb Williams is already creating that connection with his 2 top receivers in Chicago and DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. I think it's awesome that they're already throwing together. We already know that Caleb Williams is going to be a Chicago Bear as soon as tomorrow when the Chicago Bears take him number 1 overall in the draft. But I think it's awesome that he's already creating that chemistry and connection with his 2 top guys, and having Rome Odunze come into the fold and actually throwing with those guys, and Rome Odunze getting to learn and chatted up with Keenan Allen and DJ Moore as well. I think that's obviously really cool. But when you look at the 2024 NFL draft, Bears fans, this would be the perfect duo in Chicago. To be able to get 2 blue chip players in Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze would truly be a dream come true for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears, especially if you're able to get a guy like Rome Odunze at number 9. I think there's a lot of people that think that Rome Odunze can actually be a top 6 pick in the 2024 NFL draft. So if you were able to get him at number 9 overall, it would be an absolute steal for Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears. And I think this is just destined to happen at this point. You have seen it in many mock drafts from analysts, from other Bears content creators, that everyone wants Rome Odunze with the number 9 overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft. So if Ryan Poles and the Chicago Bears were actually able to make this happen, actually make this come to life, this would be the perfect situation for the Chicago Bears. You're getting a quarterback that can definitely change or alter the direction of this franchise. And then you bring in a game-changing wide receiver that can easily be a wide receiver 1 in the future, but he's coming into a great situation as well. He can sit and learn behind Keenan Allen, behind DJ Moore. And when Rome Odunze is your wide receiver number 3 on your roster, that is an absolutely dangerous situation. Ryan Poles has made it very clear that he is very interested in continuing to add weapons to surround their new quarterback, to give opposing defenses a hard time to actually cover this Chicago Bears offense, right? So if you're able to land Rome Odunze on paper, this offense is absolutely explosive. And on paper, this will be one of the best offenses we've seen since Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey and Jay Cutler were all on one team, right? So I'm hoping this actually happens. I think it's great that they're already working out together. I think at this point, it's destined to happen. So Ryan Poles, if you're listening to this, just make it happen at this point. We want Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze in Chicago. I know I was making some jokes on social media to some other Bears fans saying, you know what? They're flying to Detroit. They might as well just fly straight to Chicago and bypass the NFL draft, because at this point, it's just destined that Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze end up being Chicago Bears. So all in all, Bears fans, we'll see what happens in tomorrow night's draft. Once again, I will be going live for round 1 of the NFL draft. So make sure you come and tune in, and hopefully we're celebrating Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze becoming Chicago Bears tomorrow night. But as always, Bears fans, make sure you continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, be back for our all new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You've been listening to Geek on the Mic, a podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Thanks, guys, and bear down.